Islanders, one thing that we see and share on this show are changes that take place in the cruise industry. You and I cruise often, and it's easy most of the time to spot changes that are taking place. You and I have seen these changes take place, especially since cruising returned July of 2021. We've seen increases in specialty dining, increases of the cost and price of internet and excursions and gratuities. The list goes on and on. But one thing that you and I have seen change since cruising restarted was the change in the main dining room. Carnival started to charging for the third and fourth plus entrees. It's only $5, but it's something that historically has always been free. It's been part of the cruise experience. Royal Caribbean followed up in November of 2022 and said, we're going to charge if you have an extra lobster tail. And today there's a big change from a cruise line, as it looks like what they're looking to do on at least one ship, if not the entire fleet. We'll see how the story develops. They are not now going to charge for entree number 2 going forward. You get one free entree in the main dining room. That is a big change. We will share that news on the show today. Plus, we have results of a survey that took place, and it ranked cruise lines from best rated, best ranked, to, of course, least ranked. And you may be surprised at who topped the list among big cruise line competitors that sail from the United States. We all need some time in the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. A big happy Tuesday to all you Islanders. We hope that you're having a great day. We are on Island Time. I am Derek. Let's drop our anchors and take some time to relax in the islands together as we share and discuss the latest in cruising and cruise news. You've got 10 minutes to watch the show. Relax for just a little bit. Let's catch up on what's been going on. Some housekeeping business to share with you first. Number one, thank you for joining our live show last night. We had an absolute blast. We gave away some money even to Jeremy Kraft. Number two, thank you so much for 18,000 subscribers. We reached that threshold over the weekend, 18,000 subscribers in just over 2 years. You guys are so supportive and dedicated. You share your thoughts and your experiences. You're loyal to this channel. We thank you so much. That is from Amanda and I, and we look forward to 20,000 in the very few months ahead. We're looking forward to that. That is a big milestone. And lastly, some of you have asked, where have you been, Derek? You and Amanda, you went on your cruise. You got back last Monday, just over a week ago. You haven't created much content since then. We had to catch up, of course, on our travel agency work. We had a lot of outstanding emails and phone calls to make. We are caught up on that. But we've also been investing in ourselves and our technology. We've got a new MacBook Pro that we have. We have new video editing software. You're going to start to see some changes in the daily show. If you watch the Carnival Venezia tour that I put out over the weekend, you can kind of see some changes there, but you'll start to see some changes in our daily show. Hopefully you see some even today, and we'll continue to make those changes as we always try to continue to evolve and make this show better, make it more pleasing to the eye. So thank you for that. Let's get started with cruise news for today. And as I mentioned in the intro, cruising continues to change, does it not? We love cruising, and when we share news like this, sometimes it feels like, or it's portrayed that it's negative and that we're not happy and things like that, but that's not it at all. We love cruising. It is our preferred way to vacation. We do it 6 or 8 times a year, but we share cruise news, and sometimes that news is negative in nature, and we share it, and that's one of the stories today. MSC Cruises, or at least passengers on board one ship, are sharing that there are main dining room changes that are in line with what we've seen across the industry the last several months. The main dining room has been a staple for so many decades for cruising, for those who cruise, like you and I, and for those who don't cruise. If you ask the average person who has never been on a cruise, and you say, hey, tell me what you know about cruising, one of the things that they're going to mention first off is probably going to be food. I've heard there's a lot of food. I've heard you can order whatever you want to order. I've heard you can eat as much as you want to. And while that may still be the truth, it is more difficult than ever to order the food that you want. Now you're starting to have to pay. The main dining room used to always be free. You could order, literally, I've seen it. People order 8 or 10 lobster tails. People order 10 entrees. And you can still do that, but you have to charge. Carnival in November of 2022 made a change and said, hey, with your third entree, you're paying us $5. And some people said, that's fine, whatever, we'll do it. Royal Caribbean followed up soon after, November of 22, and said, hey, if you order more than one lobster tail, you're going to pay us, and it was more than $5. I think it's $16.99. MSC, though, is coming out, and this is way more aggressive than Carnival or Royal Caribbean. We'll discuss even why maybe they're doing this here in just a little bit. But MSC on the seaside in particular, we'll see if this spreads across the fleet. Guests have shared that there's this new line, this new fine print on the menu that says a surcharge of $5 for second entree or more applies. Passengers on board the Seaside are able to get one entree for free included, and then they have to pay $5 for the second entree. Listen, I think I'm right about this, but you can correct me or you can agree with me, share in the comment section. I think the average cruiser orders probably 2 entrees. I think you order something that's maybe a safe bet, a safe choice, something that you've had before, and then you order something that, that looks interesting. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, but I want to try it. I really think that most people order more than one entree. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, but I think that to be true, MSC and those on the Seaside now saying that if you order more than one entree, you've got to pay $5. That is a huge change in what cruising has historically been. One entree? Now, let me be clear on this. MSC and Carnival and Royal Caribbean still have the notion, the idea, you can order as many appetizers as you want to order. You can order as many desserts as you want to order. But now they're starting to limit free entrees, and that changes the experience. Let me ask you this. How many entrees do you usually order? And is there anyone out there that has actually had to pay for that third entree on Carnival or the second lobster tail with Royal Caribbean? Do you think it's fair that cruise lines are starting to charge for something that for decades has been free? Let's address why this is taking place, because I've already had some people ask me, why are they doing this? They're changing something that has been the staple and the standard for so long. Why are they doing that? Well, number one, to cut down on food waste. We hear it all the time. You and I have probably seen it. I know I have. There's food waste on cruise ships. There is. You see plates outside of stateroom doors that have food on them. You see ice cream cones. You walk by tables. There's food everywhere. Some people order entrees in the dining room. They only eat the main portion, the meat or whatever it is. They don't eat the sides. We see it all the time. Cruise lines are trying to prevent waste as it's expensive to clean up the waste, to process the waste, and to dispose of the waste. There's also a need for money. We know cruise lines with COVID and everything that took place, cruise lines are strapped for money. They're in debt. They're trying to save money however they can. They're also trying to make money however they can. Maybe that's why MSC has implemented this fee. There's also an experience factor here. You know, could it be, and MSC could make this argument as well as Carnival, that the less number of entrees that are ordered, the better service and experience that you're going to receive in the dining room, because servers don't have to walk around. You've seen them with that tray and like 20 different dishes on the tray, and they got to get them there and open them up and see whose is whose and dish them out, divide them out. So maybe it leads to faster service and a better experience. There is an argument to be made there, to be fair to MSC and to Carnival. But my mind goes here. You know, for people that enjoy the food experience and enjoy eating and enjoy, I want to pick out what I want to eat and don't tell me I have to pay for it. Do you think that cruisers will start to not go to the main dining room as much and instead go to the buffet or go to venues where you can get as much as you want to eat? The Windjammer with Royal Caribbean offers all kinds of options. Get 2 plates, 3 plates, whatever you want. Guys Burger Joint is open until 6 o'clock on Carnival ships. You can have 2 burgers, double cheeseburgers, put your chili on it, whatever you want. Do you think cruisers start to maybe find other areas of the ship where they can get whatever they want? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Is food a big factor to you when you cruise? Let's talk about this right here. And I know we're going to have comments about this. You can use data and surveys to share whatever you want to share. I understand that. But I thought this survey was interesting. It is making its way around social media, so I wanted to put it out there. We'll see what people have to say about this. A company called Which has gathered this survey data from November of 2022, and they have shared their findings. They are extensive. Every cruise line is listed. There are several categories that cruise lines are rated on out of 5 stars. 1 out of 5 stars is not good. 5 out of 5 stars, that's very good. I will share the link to this survey in the description of this video so you can check it out. Here's what Which said about this survey, just to tee things up here. Our results are driven by thousands of cruise line guests rating their experience of the facilities on board. The cabin, food, drink, customer service, atmosphere, all of it. In November of 2022, 1,727 members of Which Connect and the general public were asked about their experience over the last 2 years, and this is where they've gathered the data, and this is what they put. Now, the top performers are cruise lines that you are going to realize they are the top performers, okay? They're the most expensive. They are the cream of the crop in the brand. It's no surprise here. Noble, Caledona, Viking, Saga, Seabourn, Oceania, all of them had great scores from 83% to upwards of the scale of the mid and high 90%, okay? They are the cream of the crop, but that's not usually the cruise line that you and I cruise on. If so, kudos to you. We are a lot more mainstream, right? And that is okay. But who came in top of the mainstream big name cruise lines? You may be surprised. Listen to this. Carnival Cruise Line coming in with 79%. Sounds like a low score, but it's first among cruise lines that you probably consider when you cruise. Disney, 1 point lower at 78. Now something's wrong there, right? If you know Disney Cruise Line, something is up. Norwegian, 77%. Royal Caribbean, 77%. Celebrity, 76%. Holland America, 72%, with no 5-star ratings on any category at all. MSC at 68%. Princess at 67%. Princess, of course, usually you think would perform a lot higher. Again, this is a sampling of data, just over 1,700 respondents, which made it clear they don't receive any money or kickbacks from any of these cruise lines, so they don't have a reason to put one above another. This is just user feedback. But Carnival leading the crop there? Is there something about that? Most were surprised that Carnival was so high on the list, but their onboard offerings and activities, their facilities, the social environment, and what they do to make things fun is what seems to have creeped them up the ladder a little bit. Do you agree with this survey from Which? Do you think Carnival is number one or should be up there when these other brands are known as a little bit more majestic? They're known as we're just a little bit better. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't care what the name of the cruise line is. If it's a cruise ship and it's going somewhere, I'm getting on board. A lot of times, the time that you have, the experience that you have is actually what you make of it, not what others make of it. It's actually what you make of it. You can control if you have a good time or not, most of the time. Let me know if you agree with that in the comment section below. Islanders, that is the cruise news for today. We hope you enjoyed the show. Some of these changes that you've seen throughout the show today, you will continue to see changes, and hopefully they're for the better. If you like them, of course, let us know. Hey, say, Derek, keep on going. See what you can do next. We appreciate that so much. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you in the comment section below on our Facebook page and tomorrow right here on Island Time.